So, I'm Tyrone Warden from Funerals by T.S. Warden. We also have Just Cremation. Um, we started with you all late July. Everything has been going very well with Just Cremation. We've hit the ground running and been receiving calls. And so we're doing well with the system. We love it. We love the system. So we're doing well with it.
Great. Would you mind telling me about when you say you love it, what are some of your favorite features that your staff uses the most?
Um, Starting with the inquiries and being able to forward the forms, family. One thing that's really freaking us out, and we're trying to get adjusted to it, we'll actually get a payment from the family before we actually get a call.
Wow.
That is really freakish because it's not the usual course of things, and so. But nevertheless, we can go ahead and touch base with the family. We've been paid, been compensated. We'll go ahead and touch base with the family and then go from there.
Well, since you mentioned it, what has been the family response to these options available now online?
They really like it, the freedom of being able to do things on their own. But what we are finding, folks, it's funny. They'll find us online, but they're not really computer literate. And so I don't know if it's someone that's helping them from the kids or the grandchildren or what have you, but when it comes to filling out the form, things sometimes that can be a little troublesome for them. But we'll just allow them to come into the office and do whatever they need to help them. But being able to send the forms to them, just having that ease, and I believe the comfort of being able to do it in their own environment. I believe that that's very comfortable. What do you want to say? User friendly to them. User friendly.
Wonderful. And so just kind of stepping back for a moment, how did you discover Parting Pro?
I saw an ad on Facebook and looked at the video and thought it was interesting and called in. Talked to one of the guys. I can't remember who I talked to at first. And then from there, I was sold. And but just like I said, it took us a few months because we were working on our Just Cremation site, trying to get the renovations and all that stuff done. So, but once we got everything going, everything worked very well.
And so I'm curious, what would you say to a business that is considering something like Parting Pro, but wants to keep maybe a little bit of a more traditional style to their business? What would you say to them?
Well, the traditional style has its place, but it's 2018. Every time the year rolls around, it always goes forward. It's not going backwards. We have to continue to adjust and do things as the time presents. We're dealing with a different generation, people doing things differently. And just like I said, what I've noticed, I would have thought that we would have had a lot of younger folks gravitating to this method of doing business, but I have had older folks utilizing the system. Just like I said, I don't know if they're getting help from their kids or grandchildren or what have you, but they're all finding us online. So, I was making a traditional arrangement maybe a couple of months ago, and I was shocked to find out that one of the family members ended up calling one of the family members sitting into my office at the time, and she was telling them that you all are planning service for this day. You're going to do the viewing on this day, and they said, "Well, how do you know that?" She said, I saw it online. And she was 85.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you just really never know.
I think that's so true. And, there's this misconception, I think, that older people don't use technology or are resistant to technology. And I would actually argue that a lot of these folks in that generation, maybe they have the time to be on Facebook more, maybe they have the time to look at things online a little more. And a lot of them honestly are homebound or at least spend a lot of time at home. So online is their window into the world in a lot of ways, and that includes into your business, right?
Right. Looking at the Google AdWords or the analytics, whatever, you see the amount of people that are actually looking at you online, not home, not you. It really lets you know, hey, you have another segment of business that you're not advertising, or you don't have an approach like what Parting Pro has provided. You're missing a whole demographic that could be, instrumental in your business.
Absolutely. And I think to that point, you mentioned earlier, you're still adjusting to the receiving payment so quickly almost. It's almost out of order for you.
Oh, yeah. It you should never have a problem receiving money, but to receive it before you receive a call, that's the funny part. That's the funny part. So, whenever I receive a payment, so that's the part that we're trying to get adjusted to. So, but hey, we never turn away payments.
It sounds like a good adjustment to have to make.
Exactly. Most definitely.
How often would you say families are utilizing the online checkout?
With Just Cremation, this week. So this week we're in September. We went through August. So July and then August. We just received a check for the first time this week. Everything else had been through the portal.
Wow.
So, let me say this. One other payment that we received was by way of credit card, but everything else has been through the portal. So, out of maybe 12 to 15 cases, 2 of those were outside. One gentleman was just not. He said, "I'm just not comfortable with it at all." He said, "Someone told me about you. That's how I made the call." And then the other folks actually wanted.
Wow, but the rest of the time, it was completely just a process that families could just walk through, streamlined, submit their payment, and that's it, right?
Right. Just like I said, the fact that people choose to go through the system, what Parting Pro has provided, and to select payment, they've selected this on their own, and they actually submit their payment to someone that they don't know. That's amazing to me.
Well, and I think part of that is they feel like they haven't been in front of a sales pitch, right? So no matter how good your presentation is, families still know, hey, they're trying to sell me something. But with Parting Pro, you put your merchandise online, the families make their selections, and they spend the money on the things that they want to spend it on, right?
Very soft sell. Very soft sell.
That's awesome.